Angela, and I am 7 years old. I like my astronomy class, and I am loving it. And I've been learning my planets like the moon and Earth and the Venus, Mercury, and astronomy class is awesome. I've been learning about like Egypt and that stuff. And king and queens and and pyramids and
What do you think thus far of the International Homeschool program?
I believe it's the best investment I could have made for my daughter and for myself as well, because learning astronomy and African heritage, it was needed. It was much needed,
Yes, Royal family. Thanks for the coming in, Chalice meditation. Yes, family. Thanks for your presence with us, Life giver and the keeper of life. Righteousness of salvation. Blessed love to each and every one. We definitely give thanks to ever-living Father and Mother of creation. Glorifying the goose and the gas. Give thanks the conquered lion hath prevailed. And we're thankful for being in your presence once again. You're in the lair, the tiger's lair. We're talking about the tiger's nest. Honorable Priest Isaac here with you. What a joy. We're going to spend a moment this evening here, family, Let me just remind you before we go too far, we're highlighting also the Tiger's Nest on Radio Anu, you know. And of course, pardon me there, we're going to be definitely having a wonderful sit down, and this will be on Tuesday evening, Tuesday, October the 4th, 7 p.m. sharp. We will be having a wonderful interview with Brother Dr. Michel Emmanuel from the University of the West Indies, Mona campus specifically. And of course, pardon me, forgive me for that. That's just my mistake. That should be UVW. Pardon me for that. And of course, as I said, that will be on Radio Anu. And we'll be talking about the whole science and the economy of cannabis. And that is myself, Dr. Ras Emmanuel, Dr. Ras Machel Emmanuel, deep vibration we'll be going into. And it's interesting, you know, all the doctors are definitely here with us. I mean, we had Dr. Rose with us, that was previous, strong. And then we had Dr. Kemet Shockley with us as well. So, and now we have the Honorable Ras Dr. Emmanuel still. And let me just be clear that it doesn't mean, you know, like, well, you have to be a doctor or you have to be a professor, you know, to be able to dispense knowledge and information and inspiration. All the people we bring on our programs, doctor, not, you know, is individuals that we know have something to share, something to bring forward to the public. But yet still in the levels that people judge the world today and academia and that kind of stuff, well, as you can see, we do not put together the Tiger's Nest as if it's a joke shop, you know, as if it's just to come and talk. We make sure we bring to you individuals who have the expertise in the area that we are discussing so that they can go deeper into the knowledge that you want to hear. So if you're serious about the cannabis, if you're serious about the marijuana, as King Bagalaga would have called it, if you're serious about the holy herb and understanding the science of it, well, I'm telling you, Brother Emmanuel will be going into the science. And even when it comes to the economics of it, Brother Emmanuel will be carrying us into the economics of it as well. And that will be Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. sharp on Radio Anu. And of course, you don't know, that is priestisaacinstitute.com, priestisaacinstitute.com. The link is in the description below this video. And of course, all you have to do is just press it and it carries you straight to Radio Anu. And let me also even mention here that you can also become a member of the subscription team. And what that means is that when you become a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest radio program, then you'll never miss another Tiger's Nest program again. So if you didn't know, but I'm sure you already know, the Tiger's Nest comes to you basically every evening within the so-called week period, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the Tiger's Nest is there, 7 p.m. sharp. So if for some reason you missed the Tiger's Nest or you didn't get to it or you only got half or whatever the case, my internet drop out, well, give thanks and praises that you have life, but you will never miss another episode again because the Tiger's Nest will find itself in your inbox after the program is done. So just contact us, email us, and let us know you would like to get a copy of not a copy, you like to be a subscriber. What copy you talking about? You like to be a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest radio program to make sure you never miss another episode. Now, what I want to touch upon this evening is somewhat in the light of the upcoming Patrons Day. Well, not the upcoming Patrons Day, it's actually the upcoming launch, which is associated with Patrons Day of Apedimec. But of course, Patrons Day is the 3rd of November, directly associated with a pedimek. But of course, at the sealing up of this reasoning, I will tell you much more about Patriots Day. But just keep the date in mind. That's the 3rd of November, celebrating the coronation of Menelik II, and of course, Emperor Haile Selassie I. And remember, at the same time, it is going to be a special, wonderful day. We're going to have special guest speakers and special lecturers, and it's going to be an all-day affair on Radio Anu, and a day of celebration, 1-year anniversary Radio Anu, cutting and clearing officially, So at the sealing of this program, I'll tell you more about it. But now, a pedimek. This is our 4th full-length video documentary that we are launching. The conquering lion hath prevailed. And as the time gets closer, I might give you a little sneak preview of exactly what we have in store for you. I must say that the Honorable, the young Olmec is definitely hard at work. The mighty Sekhmet is definitely hard at work. This is, as far as the research team and the graphic design and videography, yeah, man, fullness is taking place as it relates to the whole aspect of a pedimek, and the conquering lion hath prevailed. But anyway, within the whole study of a pedimek and the science of what it means, we definitely had to observe once again the importance of the flag of Ethiopia. Now, what I'm going to get into here, family, is just a little reasoning. This is not I think we have graduated from that stage now, hopefully. This is not no argument about who have the right flag or who have the wrong flag within Rastafari. We want to talk about the true flag, yes, but it's just understanding history. This is not about whether you think it the red up top and the red down below, whatever the case is. Now, through this reasoning and discussion, you would be able to fuel those ideas. You'll be able to add to those opinions. But this discussion and reasoning is more for the information's sake. Let's be clear. It's not really about trying to tug a war or trying to prove any point or anything. In a sense, been there, done that. Yeah, we're just looking at it historically. All right, good. Now, and there's something interesting along the line of this history here that I just want to highlight. So we're speaking of the history of the Ethiopian flag. And one would, again, in reality, see the Ethiopian flag as it is today, more so as this. Now, you would be surprised that there are so many different types of flags that apparently would have ruled over Ethiopia. Again, this is what would be seen today. This green, yellow, red flag with the 5-point star interlace, 5-point star, that this is interlace. When you see you have the intercross in here, it's called like it's interlace. So the Jewish star is not just a 6-point star, the interlaced 6-point star is the Jewish star. So this 5-point star in the blue background, dark blue specifically, because as you could see, there's a time when there was a lighter blue. Good. So that's now. So as far back as history would carry you, what is the flag that the Ethiopians would have displayed? Now, pennants of Ethiopian Empire prior to the 1870s, the traditional colors were displayed on war flags and by the church prior to the first official state flag. So we see the triangular banners here with the tricolor, the rainbow color as it has been associated with as well, which is the red, the gold, and the green. And we see it in the order of the red being at the top and the gold in the middle and the green underneath. Now, even before I go in any deeper, let me just say here that it is not really, as if we're playing with nature or playing with words or anything. When Rastafari say that the Ethiopian flag is symbolic of the governing power of which the rainbow in the heavens represent. Even amongst Ras now, ones want to take away that glory and say, oh, the Ethiopian flag have nothing to do with the rainbow. It was a political thing, and Emperor Johannes, and when Emperor Theodos come to power, and yes, all that may be true, but yes, I get, of course. But the levels to this, Ras, take it easy. Take it easy. Wow. You see, the Bible speaks of that. The Bible speaks of the rainbow in the heavens symbolizing the new beginning. So if there's this cross energy even against the Bible, somehow all of this doesn't make sense anymore. The rainbow is not just a rainbow, the rainbow symbolizes life. The spectrum of colors represents life. So the rainbow is not just in the clouds. The rainbow is all around. Even if you are washing your vehicle on a sunny day, and you were to take the spray, the hose, whatever you're spraying the car down, and you create a mist. Try it anytime. Just create a mist. And you would see the colors of the rainbow begin to form in the mist because it is being touched by the sun. The rainbow is always there. The colors were always there, But the mist of the moisture of the water and the sun and its light meeting each other together is what creates a rainbow. So when you get a shower of rain and then the sun come out, all you have to do is look around. And in fact, if you know where the sun is, you understand angle, all you have to do is look at the right spot and the rainbow will appear. Because the light of the sun plus the mist of the rain makes rainbow. But the rainbow is always there. It's not like it's not there no more. It's everywhere. It's everywhere that the light gets in. Like the light of the world, anywhere the light gets in, the rainbow is there. The rainbow, compress the colors, is melanin, because the melanin, the pigmentation is light itself. So I'm just showing you that the rainbow is there if you were to say you're shedding a tear for whatever reason. Again, and the moisture is in your teardrops. You understand? And you're in the same sun, or even the light from the bulb in the room. You can see the rainbow colors, because they're always there. So don't detach yourself from the reality of the mystics that we are rainbow people. I think I think the song is Sun is Shining for Bob Marley, where he says something in the morning covers the rainbow. Want you to know I am a rainbow too. So yeah, to the rescue, here I am. So the importance of the rainbow is key. Do not lose touch with it or do not denounce it, man. It is the rainbow circle throne. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a Bible man. It's just reality. It is the rainbow. It's the life. Before the Bible was written, it's the life circle throne. It is the rainbow circle throne. Because some ones get very fanatic nowadays. Whoever whisper in their ears and so everything just gone across as a local term. But anyway, we're here to bring my act and sensible thinking to the people, man. And scholarly reasoning, not guesswork and thinking off the top of our heads. But anyway, so the red, gold, and green, obviously, you know, in the same way as Rastafari should not denounce the rainbow circle throne, the Bobo Shanti order of strong power should not denounce the concept of, yes, the rainbow in the heavens always has the red on top. That's just reality. Now, you know, even in the early days, now ones must understand in reality, knowledge does increase. And knowledge being increased because ones would say so many different things about the red up and the red down flag. A lot of us would have heard so many different things, and even us ourselves taking this knowledge and take it to be the truth. But research is what brings out the reality of what is taking place. You know what I mean? Man, we tell you, boys, last to get crowd with the red up, but you turn it down. Man say when they go to war, you turn down the reds. Next man tell you, no, when they go to war, you turn up the red. You know, and different things. Yeah, yeah, Queen Victoria turned down the red. Oh, the James Bond, some hot fire now. Anyway, so what you telling me? You understand? But what's the true history? The reality. And it's a simple thing with enough diligent research, you come across it. A few places where there's some unsurety, but yet still it's still a clear narrative. So again, and one more thing about the rainbow. Now, you would notice that when the rainbow is extremely bright, it usually has to be extremely bright. Another rainbow appears just above it. It's usually above it too. Not usually, it's above it. And this one, the colors are inverted. Let's put it this way. The colors are inverted in the same way that you would see the colors in the order of the chakra. Because if you're noticing the colors of the chakra system and the petals of light, the sacral chakra, the root chakra, the crown chakra, the brow chakra, the heart chakra, you understand, follow me, chakra system. It is the same red and of the rainbow color now, the red and the orange and the yellow and the green and the purple and the blue, the indigo, the order that it is. But just like the second rainbow, it starts with the red at the bottom. At least this is how it's displayed in the chakra system. Some people are not into the chakra system. Some are into it and not into the color system. Some believe it's just somebody's philosophy who just added the colors to it. It's not scientifically proven. There are those that clearly tell you they can see the colors as well. So you have to know if you gotta give respect to them and how genuine they are as well. But we can see the rainbow though. And as I said, you see the red up and you also see the, if you want to say the red inverted. Good. So that I think will take us on a very realistic and scholarly level, you know, into the area here. And I just like to bless up the one and Coma Dread and even Ras I Adonis when I go through even a subject area like this, even I meditate these two brothers specifically, even in a discussion sort of atmosphere as it relates to this, especially when it comes to certain aspects, as you see here, where a question mark is added. So this is saying here now that the flag of Ethiopia here, the flag of Ethiopia from 1897 to 1913 is this one here, red and yellow and green. And this one was brought in by Menelik II. I wanted to follow this family. And he did this on the 6th of October, 1897. And it is said he ordered, now according to this here, ordered for a, pardon me, ordered for a rectangular tricolor consisting of, from top to bottom, red, yellow, and green, with the first Ethiopic letter of his name in the middle, which lasted until his death, until he passed, according to this. Okay, so let me just get that clear. So this is the flag that Menelik II hoisted. Now let's get all dates clear. Remember, this is in the interest of the upcoming documentary Apedimek. Oh yeah. So Menelik II established this banner here, the red, gold, and green, with the red up, Menelik II, an individual who is very closely in the spiritual understanding connected to the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. You know, that is not an engraved Bobo Shanti concept. It's not something I even hear too much one speak of. But even before I myself looked into it much deeper, as of course, you know, we've done programs and that, even before I looked into it much deeper, it is elders of this Congress I hear say that the King Emmanuel is Menelik, you know. Yeah, Honorable Priest Harald is the first man I ever hear utter that. Yeah, King Emmanuel is Menelik II, you know, and looking at it in the different realms from the 1st of March, Battle of Adwa, 1st of March of our Congress established, you know, Menelik II passed in 1913. King Emmanuel say he come in 1914. You know, these little different things. Even just the way they look very much the same. And of course, you know, we always highlight Menelik II with that constant wrapping of his head, even as a king, and a few other things, you know, but just to go forward into it. So it's interesting that Menelik II, you understand, would have hoisted the banner with the red up, because if you understand now, prior to I want you to get this good, you know, prior to 1870, the red, gold, and green was the banner. In 1897, Menelik II rose the red, gold, and green. So what happened between 1870 and 1897? Because this is the banner before 1897. But Menelik rose this banner here in 1897. Let me repeat that. I said something twice. The red, gold, and green, this with the triangles, the red, gold, and green with the triangles with the red on the top, is the banner of Ethiopia from from well, as far as they can tell you. So you can go maybe as far back as you want, but remember the rainbow is creation. So if you might say, oh, they only had that since, well, whatever since, but I know the rainbow is creation. So the Ethiopian banner represents creation. So the red, gold, and green is the banner with the triangles before 1870. Before 1870. Good. Just to cut to the chase, 1871 it is when Emperor Johannes came to power. 1871 in January thereabouts is when Johannes came to power. I think I'm correct, eh? Scholars can check, but I'm more than likely I'm correct there. But look at what this is saying. The flag of the Ethiopian Empire with the Lion of Judah, a symbol of the Solomonic dynasty, dating back to medieval times, otherwise known as the imperial flag, from 1870, but they have a question mark, to 1897. And then from 1930 to 1936. Okay, I don't want to confuse that too much. Let's just stop here for the time. So from 1870, so this banner here. Now, what's the difference with this banner here? This banner here have the red below. And this banner here have a lion inside of it. And this banner here have the green on top. Now, this banner here was established in 1870 with a question mark. Now, although they're not sure the exact date, it is not said that this banner was specifically established under Menelik II, because Menelik II came to power in 1889. So for the time frame that Menelik II would have come to power, prior to him coming to power, it would have been Emperor Johannes who would have established that red, gold, and green flag with the imperial lion in it. Is this the flag that the Bobo Shanti say Queen Victoria turned down and all of that? I just asking, you know, because it is around that time. If we're trying to do the maths here, Emperor Tuadros II would have just met his demise. Because remember, Menelik II was a prisoner in his fortress at Magdala. That's Emperor Tuadros. And because he invaded Shoan and, you know, did some damage and took Menelik even as prisoner. But Menelik was well treated according to Menelik himself. But he escaped to become the king of Shoa before he became Emperor Menelik II. So Emperor Tuadros now the second now. Remember, he himself was the one that got in a row with the British, and General Napier and his gang came in on him. So it would have to have had been Emperor Theodorus at the very end, or Emperor Johannes IV at the beginning or in his early reign, to have established the green, gold, and red with the lion in the center. So when Menelik II came to power now, follow me, good family. When Menelik II came to power now, history shows that he was Emperor of Abyssinia, Emperor of Ethiopia, under this very same flag. The green and the gold and the red with the imperial Lion of Judah in the center. But then in 1897, the same Menelik II, after winning the Battle of Adwa in 1896, mind you, a year after, it's a good time, a good year plus, almost two. 6th of October, 1897, Menelik II changed this flag to this flag. Menelik II. Menelik II. 8 years into his reign, according to the history, 8 years into the reign of Menelik II, he changed the flag that he come and meet, the green, gold, and red. I mean, some people, you know, they have decisions they want to make, even though they're in power, but they know it will take some time. This may have been one of them, I don't know. Because Menelik II, Sahale Mariam, the same Menelik II, decided that he gonna turn the flag the other way. Is a bobo he be man. Menelik II decide he gonna turn the flag the other way. Because when you tell man King Emmanuel is Menelik II, nothing goes on. Menelik II decide he gonna turn the flag the other way. And what is interested after Menelik II pass on, they turn it back. So, so from 1913, when Menelik II, because remember Johannes Menelik and Selassie, remember that John Menelik Selassie, John Emmanuel Selassie, JES, and us, Jesus. You remember the science? All right. He turned the flag, look, he turned the flag around. Interesting. So although it's here in this way, it's not red up, red down, you know. It is red up, red down, red up, back to red down. And then of course, you know the history here of the lion being taken out of, well, this is supposedly the flag that ruled between 36 and 41, the Italian Empire flag. But anyway, so you see the blank tricolor of the Ethiopian Empire, which was flown alongside the imperial flag after the reign of Menelik. In tradition, there is the reverse colors are said to have been said to have first been used exclusively during times of war, but the reason behind the design change is unknown. So behind the design change is unknown. Now, the reverse color, times of war, after the war, after the defeat, after he defeat the Italians, Battle of Adwa, this is when this rise. All right. Now, with understanding as well, family, oh yes, this is the one I wanted to show. If you look at this one here, this is the flag of Ethiopia from 1974. modify after Haile Selassie's, as they say, overthrow by removing the crown from the lion's head and changing the cross to the tip of a spear. So you see the lion here without his crown. Oh my, look at I tell you, oh my. Yeah. So you get a clear history there of the Ethiopian tradition, the Ethiopian uh, banner, the flag itself. I cannot give. This is an interesting picture here. Now listen to me, good. This is an interesting picture, and don't think because we can sit down and just look at something, so a website on the internet, and not that the history is wrong, but for a few minutes, as if we can, encapsulate even the history of the banner of Ethiopia, because when you look at the ancient art before the triangular cloth banners, the ancient arts, they always portray the red, gold, and green, not as a banner, just the background in the mural, in the artwork. You would see the red and the gold and the green. And the green would basically be the earth sometime. But that red, gold, and green energy has always been in Ethiopia, even before you could detect the banner then. Let's put it that way. For those who want to be very specific in their scholarship and say, well, the banner don't go beyond this, okay. But we can look at artwork that go beyond that. And you can see the red, gold, and green in that order, with the red and the gold and the green as the earth. And that's going back. Look through the Ethiopian Bible. Look at all those pictures of the angels and the prophets and the saints. So this is an interesting banner too, because this is not just the red, gold, and green, but this is with the same imperial line, with the crown and with the cross. So how old is this one here now? And you could obviously see these are the monks of the ancient monasteries in Ethiopia that would have been preserving this. And them man is hundreds of years they're preserving things, eh? So a banner like this would be around even at the time of Menelik or before. A banner like this is obviously, for them to bring this out, it's in here that come from that lockaway language. For them to bring this out to show this camera here. This is not no banner from Emperor Honorable God and King Haile Selassie time. Nah, man. What are you talking about? This ain't no lead you out to what are we talking about? Zadit. If this is not Menelik time, this is beyond. Let's just be honest. So the point I'm making is, it's not an argument about the banner. Is that we have to be a bit more open about the history. For those who like to argue about the banner, gotta be a little more open about the history, and even the reasoning and the discussion that is coming behind of it. This is a very beautiful specimen. What do you think about that? King Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, wonderful. Yes, my family give thanks. Yeah, man. So you see, the whole energy of that is all coming out from this documentary here that we are bringing forward, a Pedimeke. And definitely, family, listen to me good. I want you to be taking your notes now. We're going to be having a live showing of a Pedimeke. More than likely, it's going to be the night of the 3rd of November. Can't do it the 2nd. It's going to be the night of the 3rd of November. That's Patreon's dinner. So the night of the 3rd of November, we're just putting the little details together, after a very special Tiger's Nest. We're going to go straight into the showing of a Pedimeke. It's going to be, we're just putting the every little details together, family. Don't worry. So you know for sure what it is you'll have to do. More than likely, it's just for you to either just get a link, or you just come on in. That's all. It's nothing you have to worry about and how much it is. No, it's going to be a live showing for all who want to come and see the world premiere of the full-length video documentary, The Conquering Lion Hath Prevailed, a Pedimec. You're gonna love it. It's beautiful. You're gonna love it. That's all I gotta say. If you loved the night, the master of ceremony, you're gonna love a Pedimec. If you love 7, you're gonna love a Pedimec. If you love the night of the Black Tiger, you're gonna love a Pedimec. Eh? So the tiger making way for the lion, you know, in full glory. So remember, family, just give me a moment. Hey, listen, I have a wonderful program coming up there. I want to sit and reason concerning. For those of you who listen to the Tiger's Nest, remember we just did a program on slavery in Africa. Okay, I have some information. I'm going to bring it to the YouTube. Don't worry. We're going to sit in on this one here and talk about that. And this brother is going to be sharing some knowledge with us. Hey, listen, when you hear what this brother have to say about slavery in Africa, just look out for that one. We're coming next with that. You telling me when we hear that, nobody can talk again about no African sell, no African into no slavery. I don't even want to hear that. And Africans used to have slaves as well. Trust me, this is going to be wonderful. You know, I can't give the date and time very soon. Just sometime this strong, I come with that, and we're going to be reasoning on that. And in that episode, we'll speak a bit more about Patriots Day, which is coming up. But just to give you a quick update on Patriots Day again. So remember, for those who do not know, Patriots Day, I gotta put an apostrophe there for that S there. Patriots Day is the day when we highlight you, the Patreon, those are patrons, those who contribute to the work that we do. When I say contribute, really patronize really is the term, but we still can't consider that a contribution when you patronize. As you can see, family, let me be clear here. As you can see, as we have even been accused of, we are business oriented. You know, business is salvation, eh? When you can feed and clothe not yourself, but your people, that is salvation. You're saving people. And when you can create businesses and give people employment, that is salvation. So we don't play around with that. And anybody that is a hater of that, I mean, them is these people you should be reading Psalms on. You know what I mean? You know, people that hate to see people strive and hate to see people create the skill of buying and selling and the skill of marketing and the skill of creating something out of the wind and creating something out of the dust and bringing it to the world, and it is the next big thing out there, you know, and they're just sitting on the wayside waiting for the next person to pass and give them a job and all of that kind of foolishness. No. So we give thanks, you know, for those who show appreciation for our goods and our services that we produce and that we bring forward via this media and many other avenues that we utilize as well. Give thanks to those who patronize our website in general, those of you who are subscribers to the Tiger's Nest, those of you who are on the homeschool program, those of you who buy frequently from our food store, our online food store. We have to give thanks to those of you who leave where you are and come and join us right here in Antigua to hike with us up to Green Castle Hill and come amongst the cannabis farm and all of these different vibration, and give thanks for those who do the online yoga with us. Give thanks for those who tune into the online cooking classes with us. Those of you who even order our products from the international store, those of you who buy the books, those of you who would have already pre-ordered your Apedimec, You know, and I can go on and on and on. And as you can clearly see, there are many different things that we have to offer. We have different services, we have different products. And always creating something new and always having something to bring to the people. And that is an encouragement to us as a people that you should not have no one stream of income. You know me, you're supposed to have passive income, different, you know, while you're sleeping, while you're awake, while you're doing something else. Jing jang jang jing jing, because it's coming from somewhere else. You understand? You understand? I mean, not just what on the website I talking about. I mean, the things I do within my own personal space. I ain't gonna come here and talk about it. But you know, yet still it's not what I do, you know, it's the mind frame that we should have as a people. You know, so when we talk about we need to come together and put and come together, we can't come together, we ain't got nothing to come together with. And it starts with the mind. I can tell you that. It starts with the mind. It may take a while, but it starts with the mind. You have to really create a mentality, you know, for an aggressive mentality to conquer the space that you are around. You know, come to compete with nobody. You know? You come to conquer. You're a petty Mac. You come to conquer. But anyway, give thanks. You know, let's leave that lesson for another time. Thanks specifically for again all the patrons for sure. And as I said, we'll be celebrating. We're going to have up to 50% off on all our products and services, with the exception of one or two. But don't worry, we'll tell you what those will be at the time. And of course, we'll have much, much more to give. Believe me, we're going to have some gifts and special offers and so many different things. More gifts than offers that day. That's just the blessed day. And also just make sure you tune in, listening, see what you got to do. You know, we're going to be just blessing the people and everything, but it's also a day for you as well to give forward as well. And this is why we have the telethon, and the whole aspect of the telethon is also a giving back initiative. So as I said, what I'm going to do when we gather again, I'll give you a bit more detail. In fact, I will take that program, the program when we deal with the slavery in Africa, I will take that program to highlight more in detail, you know, exactly the reason for the telethon this year, which is really the same every year, which is to fund the international, national, and what we expect to be the international essay competition, which is the African History Month essay competition. So I will just prep you for that, and you get yourself in order. You can contact us, email us, check us on the website for more information. And let me just remind you again, the Tiger's Nest. The Tiger's Nest every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7 p.m. Radio Anu. And of course, again, I'm talking about Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. We have the good brother, I'm talking about Brother Marshall Emmanuel, Dr. Marshall Emmanuel will be with us. You need to sit in and hear this reasoning and hear this conversation. Cannabis science. And it's not only science, but we will be talking about the economy of and the industry and the legalization and cannabis, and even Rastafari and the cannabis and all of these different aspects as well. So looking forward to your presence, and as I said, give thanks for the life giver and the keeper of life in all good doings and sayings, love and majesty and harmony and joy. Yes, give thanks for everything. Yes, King Selassie, Jah Rastafari in the Tiger's Nest. Blessed love.